lastly here, Brian, let's transition to what we've got for shafts. So this is the best shafts in GolfWRX Members Choice Voting for 2025. We've been talking to Brian Knudson from GolfWRX, who is kind of helping us out with breaking down the top 5 in each of these categories. So last one here, these are kind of the wood shafts, or, you know, that you'd, I guess, metal shafts, right, that you'd put into your longer clubs. So some brands that we're familiar to, or used to seeing up here, but also some different ones in my opinion. So Fujikura Ventus Blue Velocore Plus takes the top spot at just over 15%, and then the black Velocore Plus is right behind at just under 14%. Graphite Design Tour AD VF there in third, Mitsubishi Diamano, the whiteboard there in fourth, and then the Ventus Red Velocore Plus there in fifth. So obviously the Ventus Velocore Plus family doing really well in this category. But what else are you taking away from the top 5 shafts here, Brian?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's interesting that, you know, you look at, you know, Graphite Design, Mitsubishi, both making it into the list with lower launching shafts. You know, the VF, and again, shaft fitting is extremely specific. I mean, you really do need to go work with your fitter and see what works, because on paper, VF and WB, low launch, low spin shafts, which you kind of expect. The GolfWRX, again, the GolfWRX community is a little bit biased towards those type of things. And then, of course, you have Ventus Black. But the interesting thing is that Ventus Blue wins it. And, you know, the mid-launch shaft is the one that actually wins, but then everything else is, for the most part, you know, the lower launching options, which is very unique, very interesting.
Yeah, that is kind of fascinating. And then you see the red, of course, still make it into the top 5 too.
I know, and there was a year once where, you know, Fujikura with Ventus did, I think it was blue, black, red were 1, 2, 3. So I knew the Ventus stuff was going to be up there. That was, you know, no question. They've done really well, and I think, you know, when you look at fittings and things like that, you know, the Ventus shafts perform really well. They have, you know, a couple different profiles, so very easy to get people into the right one that works with their swing. And you guys probably see, you know, a lot of Ventus shafts and driver fittings that come out of your stores as well. So, yeah, I mean, having the ability to kind of match those up and say, you know, oh, well, you know, you need a little more height, let's move to red, or you need less, let's move to black, whatever it is, they pretty much have a Ventus shaft for you. So that's a pretty good, you know, line of shafts. It's probably going to be on this list for a few years to come, because they've been on there ever since their introduction. The VF has definitely been one of those where I won't call it, you know, Graphite Design DI, which, if you don't know shafts really well, the orange and white shaft that you see on tour a lot. Tiger played it for a little while, but the DI was kind of Graphite Design shafts. It looked like the VF is starting to take over in that position. You're seeing more of them on tour, and this is the black and red one. That you'll see more of them on tour. You're seeing more of them, people talking about it, more people trying it out. And I think seeing something a little bit on the lower launch, lower spin side from Graphite Design was well needed. I think they didn't have a lot in that space. It was pretty much XC, and that was about it. But now to have VF in there as something, as an option with a little stiffer handle, pretty stiff tip, is something that the stronger player is really resonating with and really liking. So you get the smooth Graphite Design feel, but you know, you have something that's a little bit more stout, a little bit more controlling of that spin number. And then, WB. I mean, again, Diamana in its, you know, current generation, WB, BB, and RB. We have the whiteboard, the blue board, the red board. The whiteboard, again, you look on tour everywhere. I mean, so many people playing the whiteboard. It's an extremely popular shaft. And again, for that stronger player who wants something that's going to control launch, control spin, but they don't want to play a piece of rebar. You know, they want something with a little bit of feel. This doesn't have the crazy stiff handle, crazy stiff tip section like the Fujikura Ventus Black does. It's a little bit softer there, and it offers a little bit more feel, and it's going to, you know, react a little differently to different swings. So somebody who's maybe a little smoother tempo but still has some speed, the whiteboard could be a great option there. But also too, when you look at wood shafts, don't necessarily take what is on the website or what's on paper as it. You need to go hit it, because like for me, I actually launched whiteboard a little bit high. It's more of a mid-launch shaft for me, even though it's WB. Like it and blue board are kind of similar in terms of launch, which is interesting. But yeah, these are really good. And then red, you know, red's a really good shaft. I think, you know, when you look at shafts that are labeled as mid-high launching and mid-spin, people just automatically kind of write them off and say, well, that's not for me. And, you know, it's going to be soft. It's not going to be, you know, as straight and da-da-da. the shafts nowadays, even though they launch a little bit higher, they can still produce really accurate, consistent shots. And if you need a little bit of height, you don't have to worry about like, oh, it's not going to be as accurate. It definitely is. These things are built extremely well. There's a lot of engineering that go into every graphite shaft. So seeing red on there is just nice to give, guys like myself who, a little vertically challenged in their golf shots, give them, a little bit of love out there. But all of those shafts, I mean, you're going to see, on tour, you're going to see in, amateur bags, you're going to see them a ton in fittings, just really like 5 really great shafts. I mean, everything below it's really good too. I mean, the graphite shaft market is just, it's full of great shafts, but these 5 are definitely some that have had a lot of buzz around them.
Yeah, you made a great point there too about how, like the whiteboard, for example, is actually more of a mid-launching shaft for you. And I think that's important to take note of, is that these shafts are all different in terms of what area of the shaft, might be, maybe a little tougher or more rigid than other parts of the shaft. And so I think it's important because that'll react differently to different swing, speeds, but also swing tempos and swing tendencies. So it's especially important to go test them out and go get fit for the shaft that might be best for you. So this has been fantastic, Brian. This is the GolfWRX Members Choice results for 2025.